Oh, is the scent? You noticed. You become a lot better at applying perfume. I just tried the method you taught me. Honestly, I couldn't really smell the scent, which was worrying, but I guess it's hard to tell on your own. Exactly. But when you get started down this road, it makes you want to try a lot of other things too, doesn't it? So, what do you mean? I mean, here you are using perfume now, but the rest of you is still the same as before. We'll save the trip to the boutique for the next time, but I'd like to change your hairstyle and put some makeup on you. Makeup? Then, at the very least, let me try something with your hair. Right now, you're just letting it grow, right? I cut it occasionally. I keep the front and back at the same length. For the record, you do this yourself? Yeah, it's easy if you have a pair of scissors. You just grip the part you want to cut, and shing! You gotta be kidding me! Just like that? You should give it more thought. Not to mention taking care of it. I wonder if it's because of this environment or your lifestyle. Take one close look and you can see the hair is pretty damaged. You probably can't get a comb through it. Every time I've tried, it hurts like hell, so I avoid using a comb at all costs. Then, how about we just take it all off in one fell swoop? Maybe one of those bowl-shaped cuts, huh? Short could be good. It would certainly not get in my way. Where were my scissors? Wait! You've got this long hair, so it would be a waste to cut it all. I think first things first, we need to take good care of this damaged hair. Is it that easy to fix damaged hair? Personally, I thought this was beyond saving. Don't underestimate recent hair care products. We'll have your hair shining in no time. Looks like you're not even using treatment. You need to take good care of long hair or it gets damaged. Having long hair sounds like a real pain. It gets fun when you get used to it. Anyway, I'll write down what you have to do. You're starting tomorrow. I don't think it'll make that much of a difference. But it might give us another recipe. Hello, Sarly. Oh, my! Why is it that every time you walk through those doors you look surprised? You're the reason we're surprised, you know. I see you're taking my hair care advice pretty seriously. I can tell with just one glance. How can you tell? When you turned around, I could see your hair wasn't tangled. It was very flowing, right? Yes, I was afraid you wouldn't give it a chance, but I stand corrected. I'd never done it before, so I admit I was a little confused at first, but I remember there was an article in the latest issue of that magazine about taking care of your hair. That's right, it came out today. I completely forgot to buy it. The hair oil in the latest issue smells great and does wonders. You should give it a shot too, Cass. Yeah, I'll do that. Wait, are you really giving me advice on hair care? Who would have thought that this day would come? I just read it in a magazine. Still, it's surprising. Well, I suppose it would be hard to imagine me doing it a little while ago, but I've been developing new recipes as usual. Here, take a look. Schrodinger's theory. Either it exists or it doesn't. What could this be? Schrodinger's theory. Never heard of it. It's Schrodinger, not Shri. Anyway, Schrodinger's theory. I can't read. I can't read Delta's misspeak. Anyway, to briefly explain his theory, perhaps I better not. Why? I'm curious. To fully understand this recipe, I'd start with some very difficult physics lessons. Still interested? Well, maybe I'll pass. I probably wouldn't understand it anyway. Similar to how I'm slowly beginning to understand femininity. If you apply yourself, Cass, you can learn this. In fact, you could probably even become a female scientist. I'll leave that one to you, Sarly. I think I'm more of the social sciences type anyway. But once you get the hang of it, hard sciences are much easier to understand. I'm getting a headache just thinking about hard sciences and easy in the same sentence. I see. Well, in that case, maybe you are hopeless. Delta, what's the matter? No, it's nothing. I thought this is what I wanted to see all along, but now it just seems so wrong. Yeah, kind of like Tom Servo wanting to see mud wrestling and then feeling guilty when it does happen. Boggy Creek 2, legend continues. Alright, proof of theory goods. Putting those Neuro keys to good use at least. Literally my Schrodinger's cat! Let's see. Winner, so Atari or Holzun, I guess? No, that's not oh man. It's the thing. I can read hiragana and katakana really well, but if it's in a strange fonts, it throws me off. But I'm just going to assume that second one is just loser. I don't remember what the word for that is off the top of my head. Okay, how much do you two know about quantum mechanics? What's quantum mechanics? Is that like advanced math? Don't ask me. I wouldn't know. This is worse than I imagined. Also, quantum mechanics is a field of physics, not mathematics. I don't care about difficult stuff like that. Can you just explain this box? In order to properly explain it, a basic understanding of quantum mechanics is necessary. Could you explain it so total beginners like us could understand? Yes, leave that to me. To begin, let us assume that there is one cat inside this box. If I were to then pump poison gas into the box, what do you think would happen to the cat? It would depend on the type of gas, so we can't be too sure. Okay, what if it was extremely lethal gas? Something that would cause instant death when inhaled. Then it would definitely die. There's no way it could survive. But by the time you open... But the only time when you open you can be sure it's dead is after you open the box. You don't need to do that. It's dead anyway. That's right. If you use such a powerful poison, it would be silly if it didn't die. However, according to quantum mechanics, unless you observe what's in the box, you can't be sure of that. Wait a second. So, do you mean it could be some super cat that doesn't die from poison gas? No, it's just an ordinary cat, but we don't know if it's dead until we actually see it. Until seen, many possibilities exist simultaneously, and you can only guess what has really happened. The act of checking inside the box causes a collapse of all other possibilities called decoherence. I don't get it at all! We asked you to explain it so beginners like us would understand. But this is already simplified so much. Whatever, so there's a cat inside this box, right? No, there's only a picture of a cat. But until you see it, you don't know what's in the picture, or if there's even a picture at all. Is this some decohere, whatever thing? It's decoherence! So we should just call this a decoherence lottery. You don't know what's inside, so it's all the same. A lottery? Cass, you're pretty smart. This is a lot easier to understand now. I think Sarly was just making the explanation too complicated. I'm starting to regret making this. When you're too dumb to fool. Sorry, Delta. Information satellite. Is this another memory device? Well, that's New Age Grim Reaper size, I guess, with that's the anonymous mask. Do you know how people feel when you make things that can't be talked about? I think you should understand the feeling of things being judged solely by their appearance first. This is a satellite, right? Why did you put a mask on it? Because this is a very gentlemanly satellite. I don't get it. How can a satellite be a gentleman? Don't get so confused. I'll explain it. Do you know an information satellite called the Master Registrar? No, I don't. Me either. I thought so. Well, accessing that satellite lets you search for any information you want. I didn't know there was a convenient satellite like that. It's true that it was convenient, but there was an even greater problem. Because anybody could easily look up anything. Lots of boys used it to look up obscene content. Oh yeah, I can understand how they felt. When you use this to search for information, it automatically blocks content like that. I see, so that's why you called it a gentlemanly satellite. You can call it the Mr. Registrar. That's a perfect name. Anyway, why don't you two try using it to search for something? I actually already launched one yesterday. If you can put something into this panel, you'll see search results. So conveniently launching a satellite. Sarly, you're amazing. You're well prepared. Okay then, what about a cute pictures of Niroki? I'll look for some good restaurants. I want a place that serves lots of food. Wow, this is amazing! It instantly found a huge number of pictures! It appears so. It also appears that the search is still going. I suppose that's just proof of the sheer number of Niroki images. Delta, what's wrong? What's with this? I hit the search button that says, "Ladies first, please wait," and froze up. Remember what I told you? This is a gentlemanly satellite. Do I need to mention how much of a burden it is to search through a huge number of Niroki images? If it tried processing your search, it would obviously slow down the processing speed of Niroki images. It's only natural for a gentleman to allow ladies first. In other words, a man like myself is just put on the back burner. That's right. What a wonderful satellite! Hearing that it makes me just like it. Just makes me like it more. I don't think guys would care for it too much. Yeah, get your woman stolen from by a satellite. Okay, quantum cathode. It doesn't look like. It looks like it is equipment, so let's go ahead and make another shocking cart, make two, just to be on the safe side. Now, where'd the shocking cart go? Yeah, as soon as you start filling in more recipes, it does get trickier to find where everything is. But each synthesis group has 40 recipes, I think. Alright, quantum cathode. That's a very naughty cathode. I call this the entanglement device, but would you be satisfied if I just said it's amazing cathode? You're saying that because you assume we won't understand some super technical details, right? That's right. So is that enough? Do you think we have any knowledge of this? No, I doubt it. If you did, you would have realized something when I said entanglement. I never heard of an entangled mint. Isn't it entanglement? It's entanglement. You could at least learn the name. Although I suppose this term isn't commonly used by those who haven't studied quantum mechanics. Cass, this explanation is already starting to make my head hurt. What should I do? Maybe you should just ignore it. I've already been doing that for a while. Sarly, I don't care if you say more random nonsense. Just explain it more simply. The super amazing cathode uses super technology to make your weapon super powerful. I suppose an explanation like that wouldn't be an awesome. I totally understand. This is an amazing cathode, and it makes weapons amazingly powerful. I see. I suppose explaining it crudely like this is easier to understand the technical details. Oh, I know the feeling, Sarly. We're not done talking. Oh, gentlemanly punishment. Alright, well, let's see what that does. Entanglement device, break enhancement 3. Let's go ahead and put that on cross, because that is the primary break button. Break-related button for battle. Hey, I was just thinking, should I adjust this environment at all, so you two can sleep over? What's gotten into you so suddenly? Certain items take a long time to craft, right? I thought you all might be exhausted from your travels and could use some rest while waiting. Well, thank you very much for the hospitality. If it wasn't so hot and dusty here, we might give it some thought. The dustiness I can solve with a little cleaning, but I'm afraid I can't do anything about the heat. That's okay, don't worry about it. Besides, if you're able to worry about us, why not take a little care for yourself? What do you mean? Well, I mentioned this last time I was here, but why not try on some makeup? You're really pushing that agenda, aren't you? I have no doubt in my mind you would enjoy it right now. Enjoy? Makeup? I see. So this is why some people spend hours on their makeup. Yeah, although I think those people aren't necessarily enjoying it as much as they're confused. Anyway, applying makeup can be really fun when done correctly. I'm sure you'll have fun once you see your own before and after. I find it hard to believe such massive change unless you apply powder or something. Even a little application can go a long way, you know. That's what makes it so fun. So, you interested in trying it yet? I don't think I'm ready yet. Could you give me a little time to think? I don't think it requires that much thought. Not probably enough thought to make another recipe. I think this is the final set for this section. Hey Delta, about that new recipe. I understand how you feel, but now you just sound pathetic. Then why don't you try writing on it too? Yeah, it's called a shocking card, but it's way more than shocking. Well, it was designed as a type of shock therapy, so it would be meaningless if it didn't shock you. Have you heard of people being shocked to death? I know about CPR to bring people back, if that's what you mean. I see. Well, then there's nothing to worry about. Wait, of course there is! Okay, we get it. Now let's get at the recipe already, yes? Well, Operation Delta Part 3. As you can tell, I'm not using a shopping cart anymore. Not only that, we won't be using shock therapy, so don't worry. Yeah, and it's doubtful you can find anything more shocking than what he's been through. I'll try not to think about it. But this is strange. I can't even begin to imagine what kind of item this recipe is going to make. It's a rather complicated piece of machinery, so just looking at the recipe won't tell you anything. So I recommend you wait and see what kind of items you get. Yeah, sure builds a suspense that way, too. You are too carefree about this issue. You know this is to get your memory back, right? Well, I understand that part, but we might as well have some fun while doing it, right? You are a strange, strange man. But that's what you like about him, right? Shut up! Yeah, see what we got. Start with the powerful battery. Okay, we have made an Ouroboros. It's finally complete. What a magnificent invention. This thing? It looks just like a snail statue, to be honest. It's a little creepy. I think it's lovely. You know, like this part. Cass, stop. You can't touch that. What's with you? I'm not going to mishandle it or anything. That's not what I mean. If you had touched it, your finger would be carbonized right now. I take that back. This isn't creepy. Just plain scary. If it's that dangerous, isn't it normal to warn us before you even finish it? Sorry, my mistake. I was just so happy when I finished it. So if this thing would carbonize you, does that mean it'll feel super hot? No, it wouldn't feel hot. I call this miniaturized and improved helical device. In other words, a stellarator, the helicalusion. The plasma contained inside is at 140 million degrees. You'd be carbonized before you even felt the heat. I'm not too familiar with this, so I could be wrong, but does that mean there's nuclear fusion going on inside here? That's correct. I suppose that much is common knowledge. I now realize you made something so ridiculous to the point it's not even worth thinking about. What are you even going to do with this thing? Are you going to use it as some untouchable Are you going to use it as some untouchable dangerous statue? Of course not. This is used as a battery. Due to the limitless energy provided by nuclear fusion, I should be able to create something astounding. Just imagine it. Don't you feel excited? Cass, am I supposed to be happy right now? I don't think you should get too happy. Also, there's one thing that's bothering me. If something went wrong with this and it happened to explode, wouldn't it destroy the entire Sarly? Cass, what are you saying? That's right. There's no way that could... It wouldn't just be destroyed. It would vanish completely without a trace. Well, through rough calculation, it would destroy 10 Sarlys and still have some energy left over. Okay, I get it. I'm scared to ask anything else, so let's just stop talking about it. I see. You seem to have some knowledge about this, so I thought we could chat a little more. So we can't touch it, but we need to handle it carefully? Sounds like a major pain to carry around. So we have just created an annihilation bomb. Casually. Okay, but we need it. Looks like we... No, we didn't need that to make the memory. We needed Schrodinger's cat. Oh, boy. Okay, we invented the apple too. Stop! Let me go! You can't strap me to a chair like this! If we didn't do this, you'd run away. I haven't forgotten the shocking card. I don't want to go through something like that again. Don't worry then. We aren't going to use shock therapy this time, so there's no reason to be afraid. Tying me up to a chair is already more than enough reason to be afraid. It's going to be okay. The only thing you're going to do is look at images on this monitor. Is this something where the volume suddenly explodes or a scary image pops up out of nowhere? Looks like he's traumatized. Well, I did go a little too far last time. I apologize about that. I'm very sorry, Delta. It's all because of my own lack of ability. You don't have to blow out your head. I'm not mad at you or anything. I just want you to know one thing. We're honestly trying to help you reclaim your memories. We're not fooling around or doing this for laughs. We're trying to help. That goes for myself and Cass. Delta, I got it. If we're going that far, I won't resist anymore. I understand and you're thinking about me. Just explain what we're going to do. Okay. This is called a Rosetta Stone. It connects all the Gunarm in the world and takes their memories. It takes memories? There's not much point in taking Gunarm memories. That's not true. The Gunarm have lived since ancient times, back when Rossiella still existed. If they knew even a little about Delta in the past, we might be able to see what I was doing in the past. That's right. Their memories will flow into Delta's mind. They'll display on the monitor so we can all see them. If you witness yourself with both your eyes and your mind, it should help you remember your past. This sounds like it could work. Yeah, I feel the same way. Let's get started. I got it. Okay, switch on. Oh! What's wrong? Are you okay? Yeah, I can see a scene of flying through the sky in my head. Is it the same that's on the monitor? Yeah, that's it. But I don't think I've ever flown through the sky like this. That's a Gunarm memory. Looks like it has nothing to do with you, Delta. But this is fun. Oh, this time I'm swimming through the water. I can see it on the monitor. It's really pretty. Wait, what? This time they're receiving food from someone. Delta? This is bad. The images on the monitor are changing too fast. What does this mean? You're where the Gunarm live for far longer than humans, right? Therefore, a single Gunarm possesses a vast number of memories, almost a library's worth. If the memories of all the Gunarm in the world would have flown to Delta's mind at once, you need to turn the machine off. Delta's gonna die. I know. I'll cut the power. It looks like it stopped. Delta, wake up, Delta! That's a relief. Looks like he's still breathing. Yeah, it appears so. Even I was panicking for a moment there. But this is a failure, isn't it? Considering the short time, most definitely. I doubt we should ever try using this method again. Delta, I'm so sorry. Yeah, nothing like getting our brains scrambled to call it a day. Liquefying RNA. Oh, we need more craze pudding. Where was that? Unfortunately, you can't sort the list. That's what makes it difficult to find stuff as they get bigger. Based on the preview image, this should be a good one. It's a living ink block test in memory card format. Is this an amoeba? It's all soft and squishy. Ugh, it's so gross. Don't face it towards me. It's rude to call it gross. This amoeba RNA has very high performance. RNA? This thing? There's no circuit board. Can it even function? You're too focused on the amoeba itself. The framework inside the amoeba forms the foundation. Don't you see the terminal attached? Are you serious? This just looks like a joke no matter how I look at it. Are you sure we can use this? You can, in fact, to a frightening degree. What happens when you use it? Your body becomes frighteningly soft, just like this amoeba. I don't like the thought of that. Yeah, I wouldn't want my body to get all sticky and gross. But having an amoeba-like body makes it difficult to be wounded by any attack. Even if you're cut with a sword or shot with bullets, they all simply pass through your soft body. Now, like you mentioned, it'd be like attacking water. Even if you're cut, once the sword passes through your body, it'll just go back to how it was before. Doesn't this mean you'd be invulnerable? That's pretty amazing, Sarly. You won't get anything from praising me. Anyway, with this, you don't have to fear being wounded, so the rest is up to Delta's willpower. I was going to say Delta's willpower. Why would I need willpower? I don't have a cheat RNA like this. No, while your body won't be wounded, the pain would still be immense. You still feel pain? It just makes your body amoeba-like. You still keep your sense of pain in other senses. Because you're so soft, your body can be cut in half or skewered and stabbed really easily. Wouldn't that mean instant death? Your body wouldn't be harmed. You won't die from pain alone. As long as you can stand the pain, you could fight forever without any injury. Isn't that torture? That's torture no matter how you look at it. But you don't need to worry about an injury. Isn't that a fair trade? My mind would just be taking massive damage instead. If you use it, don't push yourself too hard, okay? Even you can't be injured, but you can still die from shock. Alright, and I don't know if that's the last one or not.